Hey there, gratitude. I want to talk about gratitude. It's a powerful feeling, and I think everyone knows how it feels and how strong this feeling is in terms of dopamine, right? I think we have a peak of dopamine when we're grateful. There's this boost in our happiness. I at least get extremely energetic and happy to go through my days, even if I'm running errands. Monday mornings can be very hard. I think everyone can relate to that, right? Leaving, getting out of bed and starting the routine and going to work. It's not easy, on Mondays. But if we're able to have gratitude, if we're grateful for the things that we have, it makes everything easier, right? I think the problem with gratitude is that we wait for it. We want something extraordinary to happen, right? Winning the lottery or being promoted, winning a contest, being gifted something. Like we need an outer situation, an external situation to happen in order to feel grateful. But we don't need that. We can be grateful for simple things. We can practice gratitude, right? And I think once we master this, if it's even possible to master, but once we're able to practice this constantly, our lives get way better. Become easier. I'm gonna even cheers. I think we deserve that. I'm grateful for this beer, by the way. I'm not sponsored. I wish I were because I love this beer. It's wheat. I love wheat beer. Um, but yeah, when it comes to gratitude, I think if we're able to stop whatever we're doing, just stop and think about the things that we have. It could be something simple like, well, being able to drink beer, sipping coffee in the morning. It's being healthy. We all have tough lives. We don't know what's happening. We don't know what our existence even means. It's very difficult to live. Living is a very weird experience. Albert Camus said that a lot in Absurdism. And, the cynics and the existentialists and even Nietzsche, right? I don't know how to pronounce his name. Um, Friedrich Nietzsche. I don't know. Talked about how insane reality is. How absurd, that would be more Camus. So yeah, of course it's not easy to be around. It's not easy to face hardships, right? Losing a family member, losing your job, finding out that you're sick, getting into an accident. Like there are so many things that can happen in life. But oddly, we always have something to be grateful for. Sometimes our lives are great. Sometimes things are going extremely well and we don't stop to be grateful for it. We take things for granted. And once we lose the things that we had, then we start to become grateful. But we don't need to wait for this moment. I think this feeling could prevail way longer and more often than we actually think. The idea of starting the day writing about the things that you're grateful for is extremely powerful. I know that a lot of people have already talked about this on YouTube and, even on papers, scientific papers. But it's true. I've started doing that and oh my God, that helps. If you write down the things that you're grateful for, it's not about writing down and it's not about reading. It's about the practice of thinking why you are grateful. Because once you realize, oh, I actually have a lot of things. I actually am very happy. I'm actually comfortable. I have a good life. There's no feeling stronger than that. Gratitude is what boosts us to go further. to continue because we don't know what's happening. You know, you can use religion as an argument to understand reality. Some might use science, but we're not there yet. We don't actually know the meaning of our existence. So gratitude is something that helps a lot to understand at least that this existence here can be worth it, can be blissful. And I think if we wait for something to happen, if we wait for an external event to happen, that would take too long to understand gratitude, to be grateful. Because again, we can practice it. It's not something that we should wait and then take so many things for granted. Because when we lose someone, when we lose a family member that is very close to us, or when we get unhealthy by, I don't know, maybe a disease or an accident, those are the moments that we realize, oh, life was way better before, and I didn't appreciate it. And then think, wow, it's hard, right? We have a routine, we have to work. Many of you have kids, you know, many of you are parents. I know it's hard to think about things. Sometimes we don't even stop, right? We don't even stop in the middle of the day to think because we have to do so many things. But we should. We all have time to stop for a little bit just to appreciate the things that you own. It could be your own house. It could be your own car. It could be your own pet. It could be your family. It could be your own health. It could be your mug of coffee in the morning, or maybe a can of beer. Guys, I'm not recommending anyone to drink, okay? Look, whenever I stop and I appreciate the ones that are around me, that makes me extremely happy and healthy. And when we are grateful, we convey this. We show people around us that we love them. So we end up hugging more our loved ones. We end up being better for them. We end up being better at our jobs. We end up doing things that we like more. We end up exploring hobbies, because that's what gratitude is about. It's about this delicious feeling of, oh, I love the things that I have. And when I say have or own, I'm not talking about objects. I'm talking about relationships. Well, it could also be objects, but it's almost like owning possibilities. I am able to experience things that I love. And I think that's gratefulness. That's gratitude. To be able to experience things that you actually love. If you're able to do that, you don't need something absurd or external. You don't need a yacht. You don't need a mansion. You don't need a helicopter. Maybe you just need the company of a friend in the weekend. And let that friend know that you love him or her. It's important. Reach out to people, because once you don't have them, then you regret. And regret is a terrible feeling. So yeah, I hope you have a great day. Tell the ones that you are, tell the ones around you that you love them. Tell yourself that you love yourself. And be happy. Be grateful.